Hello, I'm Kate Williamson and welcome to Keep It Clean, live from the London Cleaning Show. Keep It Clean is the Jangro podcast that dives into the latest trends, challenges and innovations in the cleaning industry and beyond. Today we're speaking to someone who has built an engaged following on TikTok by sharing her knowledge, tips and hacks about cleaning as a professional. Charlotte Stanley is a professional cleaner with 17,500 followers on TikTok, where she shines a light on her experience as a professional cleaner, the methods she uses to drive the best results for her clients. One of her biggest missions is to raise awareness among cleaners that professional grade products such as Jangros are available to them, helping with efficiency, cost savings and sustainability. Charlotte, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so to kick off, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into the wonderful world of professional cleaning?
Absolutely. So I have a small domestic cleaning business in Northamptonshire. I'm a mum to two. I have a little girl who is 7. She's very excited that I'm coming here. And an 18-month-old as well, and a fiance at home who's my biggest fan.
Excellent.
I also enjoy other things apart from cleaning. I enjoy gardening, which we've briefly discussed already as well, which is a keen interest of mine. But yeah, I got into cleaning. Basically, I was trying to find a job that would fit around my children. So I started working for another cleaning company to start with, and then I kind of went on from there.
Excellent. Was there a moment when you realised that, that it was more than just a job for you? That, because obviously through TikTok you're actually educating a lot of people. So was there an actual moment where you realised, okay, this is not a job anymore. I've got a lot of passion for this and I want to talk about it and educate other people. Was there a specific moment? Was there like a light bulb?
Well, I thoroughly enjoy it. I started my TikTok on my maternity leave. It was kind of a hobby to start with, really. Okay. I thought, I'll just post a few little videos because I enjoyed watching them. That was the main thing. And then once I started watching more, I thought, actually, there's a lot of people on TikTok. There's this trend where people mix chemicals, which obviously we know is not a good thing, and we don't want to be doing that. So it's more to educate on why you should and shouldn't be doing certain things. Yeah. And there's a lot of trends that go around which are actually very dangerous. So I thought I'll start doing little education posts to start with, and then once I got back into work, then I started sharing more content of myself actually cleaning as well. And then I feel from there I got a lot more professional cleaners then following me as well.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You don't realise that on the, online, there's a lot of things that do go on that are actually quite dangerous and people shouldn't be doing.
There's so many trends at the minute. There's people that will just literally get their sink and then just chuck as many chemicals in as they can just to make this massive foaming mess. Like,
everyone's a scientist.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
A chemist.
It's dangerous though, isn't it? People don't realise, and then other people are watching it thinking, I'll do that. That looks fun. Yeah. But then you can actually put yourself in hospital. It's very dangerous.
Absolutely. Your TikTok following, just in a relative, when did you start this? In a relatively short space of time?
It was around February last year I started. Okay. And it starts very slow and you kind of feel like, should I just give up? It was a hobby to start with, so I wasn't really that fussed. But then I started gathering a lot of followers. It was around September, October last year. And then from then it's just constantly grown, it's a great feeling, to be honest. Yeah.
Why do you think people, because obviously 17,500 people, is quite substantial. I mean, why do you think they resonate with what you're doing so much? I mean, I can already see why I think they do, but have you got anything you want to add to that?
I would say I'm a little bit different to a lot of the other cleaning content creators because my aim is to educate as well as just show like before and after, this is what I've cleaned today. But actually showing the process, the products that I use. I always get people asking what I've used to get the results that I have got. But it's just teaching the basic processes of cleaning, which a lot of people growing up, you're not taught how to clean.
No, you're not.
You move out and then you're kind of left to fend for yourself. So it's nice that I'm a researcher, so I learn everything, do courses and learn, and then I like to share that knowledge with other people so people can clean safely.
Absolutely, and clean correctly as well, so that they're not,
put themselves in danger, definitely.
Exactly. Have you noticed any misconceptions about professional cleaning that you've then had to correct through your content? I mean, I know you talked about the mixing of chemicals, but have you noticed anything else at all?
The biggest thing I'd say is people don't think it's a skilled profession. I get a lot of people comment saying, there's a lot of videos going around at the minute of people who are also showing what they earn. So you can make a good wage being a professional cleaner. A lot of people then say, well, you earn more than certain other professions, but it's an unskilled job. But there is a lot of skill that goes, if you're cleaning properly and know what you're doing, there is a lot of skill that goes into cleaning. So I think a lot of people just think, oh, you just clean houses, it's no big deal, I clean my house, but it's completely different.
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. You're obviously a big advocate for professional grade products, which is fantastic, because that is what should be used in more industrial commercial settings. Why do you think more cleaners don't use them?
I honestly believe they just aren't aware that they exist to them.
Right.
Unless you're working in massive commercial sites. So for the regular domestic cleaner like myself, just cleaning homes, people just go to supermarkets, get what they can off the shelf, what they would use in their own home, for example. And I don't believe that they actually are aware that there's a whole professional range that is for domestic cleaning that they can use.
Completely separate entity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just don't think people know that.
It's just lack of awareness.
Yep.
Okay. I guess probably for those that are aware, one common misconception is that they're probably hugely expensive.
Yeah.
So they can go to, whichever supermarket and buy something off the shelf for, little to nothing.
Like a pound here, a pound there, yeah.
Exactly, but then obviously, the thought is that professional grade product is going to cost them a lot more.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
I think when you first look at them at a glance on a website, you think, oh, actually, that's saying that's £18, you're only getting a litre of product. Whereas if I go to a supermarket, I can get loads for my £18. Yeah. But a lot of the products are concentrates. So I use a concentrate that makes 250 bottles out of 1 litre, which then works out at 8p a bottle. Yeah. So it's literally nothing, isn't it, compared to a pound where you spend, and then it's all this plastic as well that gets wasted. You're just literally buying 1 litre and then just reuse that until it's all gone. You can also buy in bulk. But if you actually put the prices in and compare for the amount that you're getting, it is a lot cheaper to buy professional products.
Yeah, and obviously with a concentrate, you're not shipping water. You're not shipping water.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just shipping what you need, and then you add the water at source. So, let's say you've got a cleaner that's just they've been using supermarket products for years. What would you say to them is the best way to transition to professional grade? Should they just do it bit by bit? Should they just stop that and just go straight into professional grade?
I do get asked this question quite a lot actually on my TikTok. I share the products that I love and know that work in a domestic setting. So I can offer what I think is a good option for people to have myself. Yeah. But if you're going from supermarket not sure what to do, the first thing I would do is research, because obviously there's lots of brands available. Yeah. So I use Jangro, obviously I love it, but it might not be right. It might not be right for everyone. There are other brands available. So I would say first things first is to research, speak to other cleaners if you know any others that you use professional brands. Yeah. Get some feedback from them, see what brands they're using, and also contact suppliers. You may be able to get a sample, give it a go first before you commit to buying a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I just try and recommend all the ones that I use I know work. I've trialed a lot of them myself and then narrowed it down to the products that I need. Yeah. So it's just research, get some feedback from other cleaners, and then I would buy, and maybe if you're not sure, just do a few products at a time and transition over gradually. But if you feel like you're happy and you want to go ahead, then just get the products that you know that you will use. Yep. And do like a straight swap for each product, and then just see how it goes.
Absolutely. In terms of efficiency, we've talked about cost and how you can save on cost. In terms of efficiency, so when you're actually doing the job, how do you think professional products can then save you time?
Yeah, this is a big one as well. I always find contact time, like the dwell time, is so much shorter on my professional products than off the shelf. So an off-the-shelf brand, for example, would be a minimum 5-minute contact time normally for that to fully disinfect and work. Yep. Whereas most of the products that I use, 30 seconds, if that, some are a minute, but it's so much shorter, so you're not just stood around waiting for the product to do its job or finding something else to do in the meantime. You can crack on, spray the product within 30 seconds, job done. You know, you can just walk away then. But also the formulas as well, they are designed for that purpose, so they work a lot quicker and they're a lot better formulas. Yeah. And then they get the job done without causing any damage. They're not super strong that they are going to cause damage, but they're the right formula for the job. Yeah. So yeah, they just work a lot quicker.
Absolutely. Okay, so we talked about cost savings.
Yeah.
how do you think they then, for the long term, I know we talked about concentrates, etc. How do you think those products will help in the long term?
For the environment is a massive factor, isn't it, as well? So you're buying less products, so you've got less bottles that you're purchasing and recycling. If you can recycle them, not all bottles can be recycled. But also for your clients' homes as well, the products that you're using are much kinder to surfaces, so they're not really strong. So your clients' taps, for example, all my taps are pristine. Everyone comments on how they look so shiny, whereas they use another off-the-shelf product and they say, oh, it's caused damage, I left it on for a few seconds too long. Things like that. So using the right product for the right task, and the formula, if it's made for that task as well, is going to be a lot kinder.
Absolutely, and as you say, better for the environment. Better for the environment as well.
Yeah,
have you got, like, if I was to say to you, right, Charlotte, there's a box, put into that your go-to products.
Okay.
Like a starter kit.
I would use, in my go-to is the Jangro's acidic toilet cleaner and lime scale remover for toilets. So if you've got a really badly built up toilet, that's always going to get it off, but it's also safe to use on other surfaces. So if you've got a tap that's chrome, for example, loads of lime scale around it, you can just pop a bit of that on. With other toilet cleaners, you can't do that. So that's a good all-round product. My number one favourite is the foaming washroom cleaner. I absolutely love that. I use that all the time, every single day.
We do have a lot of customers that like that. A lot of customers,
It's the smell as well. A lot of my clients will comment on the smell of that. As soon as they walk into their house, they can smell that smell, and it's just so fresh and lovely.
The smell is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people, I get a lot of questions asking about the smells actually. And I don't personally like an overpowering smell, so I like something that's nice and fresh.
Yeah.
It lasts, but it's not in your face too much. So that is a nice scent, that one. I think is it tangerine, I believe that one is. It's very nice. And also the natural range, I use the multi-surface probiotic cleaner. I use that all day, every day. And also a good sanitizer. So I opt for the H6 sanitizer, so that's really good. That's also safe to use in kitchens because it's not perfumed. So that's kind of an all-round sanitizer for your touch points and stuff. And that's a concentrate, so that lasts ages as well. My floor cleaner, I always just go for the F3 floor cleaner. Again, that's from an eco range. Brilliant, never had any complaints. The smells lovely as well. Can't go wrong with a bottle of washing up liquid, so I use the lemon detergent. That's always a go-to.
I've never ever spoken to a cleaner that does not love their washing up liquid.
It's fantastic, and also it's a really big bottle that you can get from Jangro, and that just lasts for so long. So I've got spare ready to go, but I'm still on the other one. It doesn't just go to
backup bottle. I love it.
So that's probably that would be my go-tos, definitely.
Excellent. And hopefully we do, if we've got a professional cleaner that's listening to us today and they want to start using trade products. I know you touched on it a little bit before, but where should they start? What would be your first piece of advice?
I would research first, see what brands there are. If you're looking at Jangro, then if you go to the Jangro website, you can type in your area and it will give you a local distributor, so you can go straight to their website. I use a company called Avika. They're based all across the country. Fantastic. They have really good customer service as well. So if you're not sure if you need a certain product or what the right product would be for you, ring up the supplier. They've got on-hand experts that will give you advice and speak to you and tell you what products would be best suited for the job that you need to do. So I would say just research first and then go onto the websites of those brands, and then they should direct you to the next step.
Excellent. Brilliant. Well, look, Charlotte, it's been lovely having you on the show today. Thank you so much for coming and talking to the entire London Excel. No pressure.
No.
Look, before we do wrap it up, where can people find your content and learn more about your cleaning tips?
So my TikTok handle is @HomeCleansWithCharlotte. And you can find everything on there. I have recently started an Instagram page. I don't really use it that much. I'm more on TikTok. That's
You're a TikToker.
And Facebook as well. I haven't got a Facebook page for that at all. So it is mainly, I'm trying to branch out a little bit, but the main focus is on TikTok, which is nice. You share lots of different types of content on there.
Excellent. Brilliant. Well, look, I mean, for anyone wanting to explore professional grade products, check out Jangro's range. It is there to it's been designed to support cleaning professionals at every single level. And you can find links and key takeaways from this episode at jangro.net. Thank you again, Charlotte, and thank you to everyone there for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Keep It Clean.